Welcome, 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 y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I got my phone turned to the side, so if you see my eyes looking this way, it's just because the phone is turned. So, but I wanted to go ahead and get on here. When the Spirit tell you move, you move. I was gonna wait to do this particular one, this particular topic, because I know it's very controversial. Um, it's a touchy, feely subject. So, but like I said, I was gonna wait to do it. But when the Spirit tell you move, um, you're supposed to move. So, um, the topic for this evening is gonna be the universal God. Okay, I was watching watching YouTube earlier and stuff, like I always do. I guess so now I don't even really watch regular TV. I watch all YouTube and all black conscious stuff, other stuff too, other learning stuff. Mostly I watch stuff that I can learn from. Excuse me. Mostly I watch stuff that I can learn from and expand my mind and expand my thinking and expand things. So but yeah, so that's the topic. That's gonna be the topic, the universal God. Okay. Uh, all right. So, what brought me to this? Because, like I was just saying, and sometimes I drift off. I don't mean to. It's just so much, so much. The awakening is real. It's real, and you got to try to everything you ever learned in your whole life, you know, and then what you learning, as far as the awakening, you gotta. So sometimes I might drift off, but point being, what brought me to this was because I was watching my YouTube and I keep hearing a lot of people talk about this, you know, and it's real. It really is. It really is real. Like I said, but that's when you in touch with the universal God, you know, and so that's what did that. Uh, so let me see. What put me in touch with the universal God was my brother. May he rest in peace. This is my little brother. We lost him as well as my mother. My mother passed in 2020, and then he came home from prison on a Friday, and then by that Wednesday of that next week he had passed. Um, yeah, but anyway, man, God, Jesus Christ. But anyway, that's him. That's my brother, my little brother, my little baby brother, and his twins he had. They are they two right there. He just came home. That was when he just came home. This year, well, 2021. Um, yeah, may he rest in peace. Good brother, good brother. And that's what prompted me to talk about this as well, because it's not the universal's God will for us to be dead. My brother's 6 feet and some inches tall. All that greatness gone in the ground. That's all I can fathom about it. Um, I ain't going, but I'm just saying, rest in peace, bro. I love you, and yeah, mom, love you. Rest in peace. And that's the whole reason why. All right, so um, all right, so that's who my brother helped me open my eyes up to um, the suppression that we was under what was told to us that was God and all of that. So that's what prompted me to look into other things. He helped open my eyes up and see things. So, and what prompted the conversation was um, we was talking, just talking about things. And the topic about the Bible and the stories of the Bible came up. And he he just told me to really think about it. And then when I started learning all what our black history is really about, when I started learning those things, it started to come to me. It started to come to me like, um, no, but only, open up. The only way I can open up to this is the God that made me, the God that I came from, the God that designed me in my father, in his nutsack, excuse my French, did not put me here to be a slave to no other entity. especially not no other entity that don't even come from this planet. Okay, that's number one. So we gotta see, we gotta understand who the real alien is, who the real devil is. Um, yeah, and understand that they operating under a force too. They operating under a force too, honey. Um, and that's a force that they kept from you. That's your force. They operating under your force. You just don't know it because they separated you from your real God, the universal God, the God that made the sun, the moon, the stars, the whole damn galaxy, and everything after, or thereof, or therein. Okay? So you mean to tell me that God that made me, because I was a specimen in my daddy's genitalia area before I came to this physicalness. You know, I came from that. So that God created that. That it was already in the DNA makeup. So if I come from that, then why do I need an intercessor? I come from the original. Why do I got to go through another force or another entity? No matter what they call it. No matter what they call it or who they call it. I don't need to go through no another force or entity. Because I'm already it, baby. You already come from it. So, and see, and that's where the confusion come in. See, they got us believing that we got to go through Jesus and whatever else, and you got to get in your prayer closet and pray for 12 hours and all that kind of stuff. No, 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 no. Now, I ain't no Bible scholar. I ain't been no preacher or no nothing, but uh, just opening your eyes up, really thinking about what's really going on. And really, truth be told, that's the reason why they killed Jesus. For real, if you really want to get into it, that's the reason why they killed Jesus. Because he was telling the people that it's something greater, baby. You know, it's something greater. You came from the creator of all things. See, that's what they don't like. See, they don't want you to know that. And see, when you tap into that, when you start tapping into that, then that's when the real God can speak to you. And you'll start seeing things. Things will open up to you, you know. I don't want to get on here and cause no controversy or nothing, but this is just my opinion. This is just my theory. And I don't believe, I really believe that God, the God that made me, the universal God, did not put me here to be a slave to no other entity that has their own theory of how they're going to live on this planet and how every other set of people is going to live on this planet. And that's not fair to nobody. Because who gave the authority? Who gave that force the authority? I lost my mom and my brother. I lost my mom, my brother, my cousin, and 2 uncles to this pandemic stuff. When all this stuff broke out, all hell broke loose. I lost my mother, my brother, my cousin, and 2 uncles. Not to mention the countless others who took it. I believe my mom, I believe she did, and I believe my brother did. And I believe he did that for his fucking freedom, so he could come home. And when he did, by that next Wednesday, he was gone. And so I'm supposed to believe that the God that put me here, that gave me all this beautiful earth to do everything I could ever come up with to do, as long as it's in good, long as it ain't hurting and killing the earth and stuff. And I'm supposed to believe that the God that made me and did all of that for me, put me here to be ruled and controlled by another force. I don't believe that. And you shouldn't either. Because it's not true. It's not true. The truth of the matter is, we already amongst the aliens. Been amongst them for a long time. You just don't know what it is, because somebody else showed you something else as an alien. Think. Use your brain. Think. What came here and killed, stole, and destroyed everything it ever touches? Now they're shuffling around out in space and Mars and all that. They get ready to go build another Earth. They're going to destroy this whole fucking planet. And we better not sleep on that movie, Don't Look Up. Because they just so evil that they'll probably do that. So we better wake up. Better wake up. Get in touch with your real God. You don't need no intercessor. You came from it. You already is it. All you got to do is speak those things. Now, it is a force that operates against that. And that's the problem, too. They're trying to outdo God. They can't fathom the fact that God is just the dark matter. It just is. And God's people already know that. That's why we never had not had no interest, because we was all that too. We knew all of those things too without their so-called technology and stuff. Now, how you think that happened? That's who your true self is. Don't you know we can levitate? You don't know what your mind can do when you tapped into your higher vibration and your higher self. And all of us ain't politically correct. All of us don't say it the same way, but we still barking up the same tree. And it's a certain set of ears that's supposed to hear my voice, and a certain set of ears that's supposed to hear other voices. It's the people that we supposed to try to wake up. They're gonna hear it from all of us. Everybody. They're gonna hear it from all. It's all of us got a work to do. I got a work to do. I lost my mother and my brother to this stuff. I refuse to live the rest of my life here on earth under this. And if I do have to, then it's, I'm going to voice my damn opinion about it. We all done suffer some things. And just because everybody ain't on this particular, right in this narrow pathway with it, that don't mean that it ain't so. And that don't mean that it don't make sense. It's just the way I can articulate it. So, and it's a certain set of ears that's supposed to hear me too. All right. So, but anyway, I got a work to do, and I'm moving. I'm moving on it right now, because that's gonna open doors for me. Hey, speak those things as though speak those things that is not as though they are. Now, I'm not speaking against the Bible either. I'm not saying it don't hold truth, because it do. But it's just been all distorted. And like I say, you got to rightfully divide the word. When we rightfully divide the word, then you find out what's really going on. God wasn't no soft God. God didn't want us to let that other entity come here and take over. See, that's the problem. They got us so suppressed, your third eye ain't even open. A lot of us sleep and gonna be sleep and don't mind being sleep. So, I was going to do another topic, but I said I'm not going to do that. Because I think we well past the stuff, the atrocities and stuff that happens in the ghetto us growing up and stuff. I think we kind of well past that, and we kind of understand why that happens the way it happens and why it go the way it go. We at the point now where the woke ones, for real, we at the point now where it's the woke ones against the sleep ones, because the sleep ones are going to want to stay asleep, and they're not going to want to hear what no woke person or so-called godly person, the real God person, is going to say. They don't want to hear that. So I think that we just going to have to rally together and, move and shake this earth on our own. I believe that can happen the same way. And I don't mean to bring this up because it was a tragedy. But the same way Travis Scott told them to shake that earth, that's the same way God's people, the real God's people, need to stand up and shake this earth. And we doing it by putting out our spirit out, putting out the things that we're coming to, the light that we're coming to, you know what I mean? So we doing it. But it's some more of us that got to come on with it, Each one teach one, and then everybody can wake up, and then we can make a change. Things are shifting in our direction. Things which God ain't never let us down, no way. That's why things keep getting destroyed. Keep destroying their houses, their homes. They done built their nice, beautiful homes and stuff. Destroy all that. Them tornadoes. I'm like Dick Gregory. I listen to Dick Gregory. Bobby Hemmett, the minister. Listen to several different and read things and listen to the younger ones too. But yeah, so but it's God need for us to. God move through us, through anything, but really through us. So I don't, the, just the universal God. You gotta get in touch with the universal God. Your God is not limited to another entity, another force that you gotta pray through. Your God is you. Not you as in you made the sun, the moon, the stars, the earth, the galaxy. Not that. You didn't do that. And you don't need to do that because it's already been done for you. It's been given to you. You just gotta take care of it and walk upright with it. And that don't mean you gotta live no boring life. That don't mean you gotta, walking in God don't mean you gotta be all like no damn nun or no hermit or nothing like that. It just means understand what's going on around you. See, we ain't of this world, we in this world, and we in this world to change it. For real, for real. See, the earth been here for billions of years. You know what I mean? And the so-called asteroid that did hit it was that other force that landed here and destroyed everything it touched. Don't you know that's why they show you Star Trek? Don't you know Star Trek was them floating through the galaxy, landing on other motherfuckers' planets, excuse my French, landing on other people's planets, destroying them. And that's why they got all this equipment and all this 5G stuff, so they can detect, because stuff been coming here to this earth. Stuff been landing here on this earth, and it ain't to hurt us. The things that's been coming here, honey, is to help the original people of this earth. Now that's what they're scared of. And that's why they got all that. And that's why they interested in all that and want to know it inside out. Because they don't come from here. They come from somewhere else, but you don't know that. Because you think Jesus is coming to save you. Jesus already did what he was supposed to do. If. Now what are we going to do? Everything that they told you Jesus did, we supposed to be able to do. But see, they left some stuff out. You don't know your power. You really don't know your power. None of us do, really. I'm just coming into the light. I'm just learning. You know what I mean? But from my things I've been through and growing up, how we grow up, God got to protect you. It's through the grace and mercy of God that you still alive and living today. Even though it's hell on earth. And we already been in it. We just survived it to this point. Some of us didn't. Some of us didn't. Hey, man, I'm telling you, we better wake up. Get in touch with the real God, the universal God. Stop being led like children. They say you believe the Bible, you have to be childlike. I'm not speaking against it. I'm not trying to offend nobody. Wake up. And even if you do still believe it, it still mean a certain thing for a certain set of people. And it mean this for this set of people. And it mean this for this set of people. Now, let me tell you this. In the end, all in all, what did they do to Jesus? All in all, what did they do to Jesus? They murdered Jesus. That's what they did. And all because he was telling the truth. But the people can be so easily led and shift from side to side, because they don't have no thought of their own. They need somebody else to think for them. Then, of course. But Jesus didn't want to die at no 33. Jesus still had work to do. Jesus didn't want to willingly die. Peter was ready to cut their mother effing ears off. Because Peter knew the truth. Ain't no death. It was never should have been no sacrifice. It never had to be no sacrifice. It was already given. You already came from it. Somebody else told you it was a sacrifice, baby. And we've been running with that ever since. And everybody they've been sacrificing is who? Everybody that's color of Jesus. Don't that tell you something? Open your eyes up. Open up. Open up. Open up. Wake up. Because if not, that's the fate that they got set for all of us. That ain't my fate. I mean, we gonna die and leave here, yeah, but naturally. Not because somebody else think it's the right thing to do. So that they can survive. And they can have room to breathe and live on this earth. And don't think you not dealing with aliens, honey. They done tapped into our forces. Why you think they beat them Haitians down to that daggone border? Because guess what? The Haitians tapped into their real God. That's why they couldn't take it over. That's why they couldn't take it over, and they're mad about it right to this day. And I seen a man on the 700 Club get on the Christian channel and straight up lie and say the Haitian people made a deal with the devil. No, they didn't. The Haitian people was in touch with their real God, and y'all couldn't take it over. Now, yeah, you stripped the land. You made sure you stripped the land so they would still be poor and stuff. But, I mean, well, when you got the money and the finance to do that, you can do that. You know, but they ran y'all asses up out of there with their God. It wasn't no deal with no devil. If anything, y'all was the devils. And let me tell you something else. Again, I'm going to reference the movie Look Up. Don't Look Up. Now watch how they let that asteroid hit that earth and they all got in pods and landed on another planet. But guess what? That animal knew they wasn't right, and that's why he killed her ass. And the man already told her that that was going to happen. Now you think they show you that for nothing? So they probably will try to blow this bitch up, but the real God ain't gonna let that happen. This earth been here for billions of years, and the asteroid ain't hit it yet, and the one that did, it did. And we all know which one that is. So it's not it's not that. It's just the truth. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Who went around this planet roaring to and from, seeking whom it could devour? Now think about it. We didn't do that. We don't got shit. We don't own shit. Who did that? Really think about it. Think about it. You don't need no other entity, baby. You ain't got to go through nobody else. You already is it. You can talk to the real God yourself. The real God is operating in you and through you all the time. And yes, you got angels and or angels or whatever you want to call it. It's forces that protect you. You got some that's to destroy you, and you got some that's protecting you. That's why you're still alive today. Not that the ones that passed wasn't being protected, but maybe, sometimes people get tired of living. When you work, my mother worked all our lives. My mother worked from when we was little all the way up, too. Matter of fact, she died on her job. My mother had a heart attack. She dropped dead on her job from where she'd been working all her motherfucking life. And not that you don't supposed to work and have things for yourself and do for yourself. But not like that. Honey, they work you in the ground and had somebody in your spot tomorrow. And that's what the fuck happened. And I am kind of pissed off about that. So I know I've got work to do. I got to vindicate my mother and my brother who fell victim to the drugs and stuff that they put in our communities to kill our black men. All my brothers 6 foot tall, 6'7". My brother like 6'7", 6'8", 300 pounds in the ground now. He can't walk his children down the aisle. He can't see them go to school. My mother didn't get to spend a lot of time with them. People are about to fucking lose it. And you telling me that I'm supposed to bow down? You telling me that I'm supposed to just wait for Jesus to come and do something about this? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't even think so. I think not. So yeah. But that's what the universal God is about. The universal God don't want you dead. The universal God didn't put you here to be no slave to nobody else. The universal God gave you common sense. Matter of fact, you knew things without even having to really try to figure it out. Really. There's a certain set that does study this whole planet and everything on it because they don't come from it. So they got to know what's happening and what's going on in order to control it. Sadly, we just was born into it. You know, we just was born into it. But it is for us to wake up, and it is for you to know your real truth. You think God, when you get to, when you die and leave here, you know, you think God ain't gonna say why you didn't do this, or why you, or do you really believe that the God that put you here to suffer this hell, which you don't see it, you might don't see it as suffering, but technically you've been born into a system that stripped you from your whole identity, stripped you from everything you ever known, everything you would have ever known had you growed up in Africa. You know, whether it be good or bad, you don't know what you would have been. That's something that you won't know. That's strike number one right there, because that's something that you will never know now, because they took your ancestors and brought them here, and we grew up on this side. You know, so you'll never know who you could have been on over there. Well, good or bad, whatever. Hope that it would have been something good, but nonetheless, the point being is that's one thing that they stripped from you. They done stripped your whole identity. They stripped that from you. Told all the lies, made you believe that you know the lie they told, and got everybody all crazy as hell. But yeah, man, I just wanted to get on here and speak about that. Like I said, I heard a couple people talking about it, and people, we waking up. Basically, we waking up. We all waking up in our own way. Anybody that's speaking on these topics and understanding these topics and want to go in deeper with these topics, that means you waking up. And I'll tell you something else right now. They anticipated that. They knew that the internet would bring the age of information. Internet is the age of information. That's why they're switching it to what they're switching it to. Switching it to the robots, because they're going to do away with the humans. The ones that took the they're going to be transhuman, so they're going to be controlled without even knowing. The ones that didn't, they probably got concentration camps set up for the ones that didn't. The robots are going to assist them in going to other planets, assist them here to keep order here, and assist them when they go to other planets and try to invade on other planets to build a new Earth. So that's what's going on. So we all in danger, really. That's why God's people got to wake up and shake and move the earth, so that this stuff can come to a cease and a halt. Because if not, well, you know what happens. They don't mind killing. They don't mind death. Matter of fact, they don't even look at life like we do. For real, for real. I heard they don't even got no souls. For real. I believe it. Shit, the killing and ravishing and shit they do, you can't help but to believe it. They don't. They're soulless people. Or a soulless entity, because they're not human. So, but I'm pissed off because yes, I lost my mother, my brother. Look, his girls got to grow up by themselves. His girls got to grow up around there in that craziness with their mama. Lord only knows, you know what I mean? And then she halfway don't even want to let her see him and stuff, acting all crazy as hell. But anyway, yeah, man, let's just say it. It really is. And people are on edge. And is at the breaking point, about to lose it. You know what I mean? Can't help it. Yeah, honey, bring me a cup, please. No, one of them red cups. Pretty please. Yes. Yes. Excuse me, y'all. That's my husband. He's gonna bring me a cup so I can. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell the truth. Yeah, man. It's just, I ain't gonna go too long because I know, like I said, people's attention spans are short at this point in time, and that's by design as well. They want people walking around like zombies, can't stay focused for 5 to 10 minutes. You know, just know that we all articulate things different, but we all barking up the same tree. We all shooting for the same cause. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you too.
All right. So yeah, we all shooting for the same cause. We all, barking up the same tree. We all waking up. Um, and this is our truth to know and learn, because guess what? They know it. They know more about you than you do. And that's why we the way we are. But we waking up though. We are definitely waking up. So yes. All right. So I think that concludes what I had to, what little bit I had to say on the universal God and what all is going on this planet. And thank y'all for tuning in. If you got through the video, you sat and watched it this long, I hope you learned something. I hope it opened your eyes up to something. I hope it helped spark a flame in you to want to contribute to the movement. Really, we all really got to get together in secrecy. We all need to find a meeting spot. We got to find a meeting spot because we can't keep revealing this stuff over the airwaves. I mean, you can, but you limit it to the things you can say and stuff. So really, if we all serious about it, we all really need to get up with each other, link up, and meet in the middle. Meet in the middle. And go over some things, go over some strategies and things to how to save our lives. Because if not, the devil gonna have his way. And that's just it. Alright, so with that, I'm gonna get on off of here. I will holler at y'all later on. Y'all have a nice evening. Be blessed, peace. Each one teach one. And yes, just love yourself enough to vibrate on a higher level. That way you ain't running around looking at your brothers and sisters like they the devil. See, that's the problem too. I ain't gonna go. I'm gonna say this and then I'm getting off here. But they made us look at each other like we devils, we the devils, which took our eyes off of the real devil. And then they gave you a fictitious figure for the devil, but they gave you a real figure for the one that got slaughtered on the cross. They gave you a real figure for that. Now think about that. All right, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all later. Peace. Y'all have a nice evening.